Hello, my dear viewers, and welcome once again to another episode of Being Successful during the coronavirus lockdown. Remember, you don't have to spend your time bored. You can be successful. You can be, progressive. You can be productive, in this time of the coronavirus lockdown. But today, I just wanted to talk about setting yourself free through forgiveness. Forgiveness is an important thing. It's not something that is vague, something that is small. It's something that shows the highest value of a human being. The highest value a human being can have is a person that can forgive. So forgiveness is important. So that's why I want to talk about it. So I can help you go through and get through all the pain you have in life and all the things that put you in a shackle and all the things that put you in a prison, so you cannot enjoy your life, you cannot feel free, you cannot be happy. It's because you cannot forgive. So today I want to show you how to forgive and how to be at peace. So to start with, about what is forgiveness. Forgiveness is the intentional and voluntary process by which a victim who has negative emotions or feelings or offense regarding to something that was done to them, they intentionally change those negative emotions from resentment, from hate, from vengeance into peace. Letting go. Forgiveness is about letting go of negative emotions, negative feelings that people have done to you or you have done to yourself, and finding peace through it. But like I said, forgiveness is bigger than we think. So there are three types of forgiveness, and these three types of forgiveness is the path towards your total peace and towards your progress and towards your prosperity in life. So that's what I want to talk about today. So stay tuned and enjoy. Okay? All right. So, forgiveness of others. You see, when you are angry with somebody, or when somebody does something to you and you start thinking about it, it becomes a burden in your life. It becomes a pain. Every time you think about it, it's painful. Every time you think about it, it takes away your joy. It takes away your happiness. It takes away your peace. Because what I see it is like a fire inside of your heart. You think about the time somebody lied to you, somebody did you wrong, and then that fire starts in your heart, and then you start feeding it. You start thinking about it in different angles, putting different comments, listening to the exact words the guy was saying to you, the exact actions they did to you. And by thinking of that, what you don't understand, my dear brother and sister, you are feeding yourself with a burden. You're feeding yourself with negative emotions. You're feeding yourself with pain. And in that you become blind. You become blind to the world, the beauty of the world, the happiness of the world because of that one person or because of that one thing. So I learned this the hard way because I used to be angry about a lot of people that did me wrong. I mean, I don't know if you're like me, but in my life, I'm a person with a good heart. I have a good intention for everybody. So because of that, I went through a lot of mess where people took advantage of me. People have wronged me. People have betrayed me. People have stabbed me at my back. But these things used to haunt me because I used to feel so angry. I used to blame them for everything. I blame them for the mess up in my life. I blame them for everything that, like for everything. But one day, I said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being angry about somebody. I'm sick and tired of blaming somebody. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to forgive. I'm going to let it go. You see, the moment I said, I forgive, that was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. Because at that moment, it was like a heavy burden in my heart. A big stone just fell out and let go. And I found peace. And I started to forgive. That's how, because I just wanted that peace to continue. And every time that came up in my mind that somebody did me something bad, I forgave. And by doing that, I started to have peace and joy in my life because I was no longer controlled by these people. I was no longer controlled by their hate and their destruction and their negativity. I let it go. And by letting it go, do you know what I achieved? I'll tell you the bonus I achieved out of it. I achieved the bonus of being forgiven by God. Yeah, He promised me that. He said, if you want me to forgive you, you have to forgive others. If you expect me to forgive you and you want me to treat you like a human being, and human being you are, I am a human being. I wrong God all the time. So I go to God and I say, forgive me, and God forgives me. So who am I that another human being would do wrong to me as a human and I cannot forgive them? So you see, there's a problem here. So because of that, I said, you know what? By me forgiving others, God has forgiven me. And it has made me more of a humble person. Then I do not judge others because I know that I am weak and I do wrong to others also. But I forgive myself and I won't jump and judge other people because they also need forgiveness from God. They know why they're doing what they're doing. It's not my fault. But don't get me wrong here, because some people watching this video don't understand that forgiving somebody doesn't mean accepting the wrong that they're doing to you. Forgive, my brother and sister, but don't forget. Don't go back into that trap. If somebody did you wrong, let me give you advice. You can throw a stick into the water, but it will never turn into a crocodile. A spade is a spade. If somebody betrayed you and is a betrayer, forgive the betrayer, but don't forget the betrayer. Don't allow yourself back into it. And this was our problem. We used to forgive. So because we can forgive so fast, we let people continue to destroy us, continue to break our hearts, continue to treat us badly. But no, we must stop that if we love ourselves. We forgive, we stay away. That's forgive. Forgiveness is for you, not for them to know, but it's for you. It's for you to release the burden. That's number one. So please try and forgive others and don't allow them to come into your life and ruin your life. You understand? So the second part about this is forgiving yourself. I mean, don't you have times where you just think of your past or think of past things you've done and you're like, what made me do this? Why did I do it? And it keeps haunting you at times that you don't even want it to come back. You see yourself moving forward in life. And then you have this negative past regret that comes and says, okay, you did it wrong this time. What makes you think that you're going to do it right? And then what this thing does to you is it paralyzes you. It keeps you in one place. Yeah, you've made a mistake in love before. So don't let, my brother and sister, don't let that stop you from finding new love again. I mean, you made a mistake when you were given an opportunity. Yeah, that is the past. That is spilled milk. So I want you to understand something. The past you have is spilled milk, is already gone. And today, I want to help you to understand how you can forgive yourself from that past mistake. How you can forgive yourself from that regret that you had. Okay, so I don't know about anybody, but this is how it worked with me. How it worked with me was, I sat down. Anytime I have a regret or a mistake that came into my mind, which I have plenty. If you know me, I have plenty of crazy mistakes, things I've done. I mean, the moment they come, I'm like, Baukar, I forgive you. And this is for me. I say, I forgive you. So it comes, I say, I forgive you. And in time, as I was doing this to myself, what happened is, it started to stop having power over me. It didn't have the same power that it had before. Because before I used to even walk, I'm working on a project, I'm doing something, and then something negative will come and show me a past mistake or a past regret I had. And I'm like, oh my God, it distracts me from what I'm doing. So I go back to myself and I say, I forgive you. You know what? I forgive you. You're only human. You did a mistake. You cannot cry over spilled milk. So all you can do is forgive yourself. And slowly, as I started forgiving myself, I still do it. Mind you, I still have regrets that come, but they're not as strong as they come because I can forgive myself. And through it, I'm finding peace because I'm now accepting my humanity. the human being in me, the human that make mistakes. It humbles me. Then I forgive myself and I forgive others. But still again, do not forgiving yourself does not mean you should not learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. It's the past. Think about it. But let it go. Let it go. Forgive yourself. You're only human. You cannot let that past mistake you make stop you from going forward with your life. Finding that loved one you need to love. I mean, you made mistakes before, but if you don't go out and find, how would you know the beauty of love? Yeah, you make mistakes with money, but if you don't go look for it, how would you know what success look like? You failed before. You made a mistake, but that's what makes us human. The more mistakes you make, that's what makes you human. But you learn from it and you become a better version of yourself. So please, do forgive yourself. You are not perfect. Okay? The part about forgiveness is forgiving God. Yeah, this one is funny. But, I mean, sometimes we do have beef with God. Man, I do have beef with God. I know that. You know, I mean, sometimes you pray and pray and pray for God to do something and He doesn't do it. I mean, you see somebody in pain. Sometimes you see somebody who worship God so much they don't deserve something they have. Sometimes people are born blind. They're asking God, why am I born blind? Why am I born with big ears? Why am I born with, you know, I mean, and then what these things is, we don't realize it, but we are angry with God. A lot of times we are, because we don't get what we want and we don't understand why God is making us suffer. Why are you letting me go through this pain, God? And I'm asking you for help, and you're not helping me. So what that does is it takes away your faith slowly. Slowly your faith. I remember I used to be mad at God so much that I don't even want to pray anymore. I don't want to fast anymore. I'm like, oh, God is just a waste of time. He's just hardship. But my brother and sister, let me help you go through this, okay? So, you know, lessons happen as you go in life. If you're attentive, you know, sometimes even God can talk back to you. But then let me not go there. Let me just tell you how I saved myself, or how God saved me from this. I met a homeless guy. I had this homeless friend I had, you know. I mean, homelessness in America and homelessness in anywhere else is different, because homelessness in Europe means, you know, you have to beg for the water you drink, you have to beg for a place to even shower or place to go to toilet, you have to beg for your food, and on top of that, these are extreme conditions, because, I mean, it's extremely hot or it's extremely cold. So being a homeless person is hard, but then this guy is always smiling, you know, yeah, smiling, happy, you know, and I'm really mad. I'm like, you know, dude, what's wrong with you? Don't you see yourself? You're on the streets, you're begging. You know, he said to me, bro, do you know why I'm happy all the time and I still believe in God? I say, why? He said, because I have a gratitude list. I said, gratitude list? What is that? He said, I think of all the things that I have that 1 million people don't have in the world. Oh, and I'm like, oh my God, you're right. He said, you see, I have eyes to see. 1 million people don't have eyes. He said, I have a mouth to speak to you. 1 million people don't have. The legs, I have good health. I can beg, I can talk. You know, so by you looking at this gratitude list, you start to thank God more. And you start to be grateful, rather than concentrating on the list of misfortunes that you have. So by concentrating on the gratitude list, like you have a brother, you have a father, you have a mother, you have a, you know, so many things, you know. So it blocks you from the hatred of God. And it really, I don't know about anybody else, but it really helped me, because then I started to figure out that really, eventually, everything that God does to me happens for a good reason. That's also another way that you can stop hating and being angry with God. By seeing the bigger picture. By not waiting for a miracle. A lot of people are angry with God because sometimes God has already replied to their prayers, or God has already spoken to you, but you are not listening because you're waiting for a miracle to come. When you were supposed to, the miracle you're waiting for is right in front of you. Okay, let's say sometimes some people, you're praying, okay, you have diabetes, but the doctor told you, don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. That is the way that you're going to survive. But you eat meat and you want God still to save you. So by not concentrating on the miracle part about it, you get up and you do more work. I think the problem with people now is they are waiting on miracles so much that they don't want to do the labor. And everything is in the labor. You do the labor until the end, and then God comes. So, I mean, you have to be patient with regards to God. And you have to be patient with regards to faith. It does not come in a day. Things don't happen just suddenly. So if you're mad at God, you have to first is identify that you know that you're angry with God. But think about all the blessings that God has given you that He has not given other people. You know, and on top of that, just understand that God loves you even for even thinking about Him. And perhaps, I don't know, perhaps that will help you get through it. And then you can get your faith back. Because by leaving God, you're not in safe hands anyway. So it's better to be with God in hard times than to be without God in hard times. So by forgetting about your hatred about God, I mean, your relationship with God becomes better. That is my last quote there, you know, I mean, so by forgiving totally, you become free. And if you become free, you have peace. You have a peace of mind. You've forgiven yourself. You've forgiven other people. You don't have a burden on you. It's gone. You're free like a bird. You become an eagle. You can fly. Because you don't have a heavy weight on you, blocking you, stopping you. You will be progress. You will have progress. Why? Because you're not concentrating on the bad things, but you are moving forward now. You're not concentrating on the past, you're moving forward. You're not concentrating on the past heartbreak, the past pain. You are concentrating on the new things, the new joy, the new happiness. So you become progress. You're not thinking blaming God. You're not blaming somebody. You're blaming nobody. You only take accounts to yourself, and then you go to, to be progressive. I mean, you're powerful. Somebody who does not have any hurt or pain or external forces coming and destroying them, they have power. You're a powerful human being. You're one of the most powerful human beings on earth because you have the highest virtue a human being can have. That is forgiveness. And, when they say give the other cheek, does not mean that, I mean, I don't even want to go into there. It simply means that don't do something wrong to somebody the same way that they did wrong to you. Because by wanting revenge, if somebody does bad to you and then you want to revenge, you're the same as the donkey. If a donkey comes to you, it's like moo, and you are like moo, a donkey is a donkey. But if a donkey comes, it's like moo, and you are a human being, you keep quiet. You are the human being, that is the donkey. So we're saying that by being able to forgive makes you a better human being. It does not make you weak, but it makes you strong. It makes you strong before your fellow men. It makes you strong before God. It makes you strong before creation. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please learn to forgive. Forgive others, forgive yourself, and forgive God. So perhaps you can find peace, prosperity, power, growth, joy, happiness, and bliss. So thank you very much for watching another video, and I wish you a safe time with your family. And once again, stay safe, stay home. Good luck with your lives.